Good luck， 问大家好啊。
Good evening.
No, good morning. Welcome to Cuckoo Bar, huh? Cuckoo game. Game, yeah. So， 都有吃饭了吧？
Have you taken dinner? Dinner.
身体是要照顾的。
You have to take care of your body.
不管你要看什么人，都要先吃饭。
No matter who you go to see, before that you have to take care of your body first.
So， 不要只来看我。
But don't come here just to see Cuckoo.
要摇看看。
And since you are here, you have to give him a shake.
不要听人家讲，自己要求证。
Don't just listen to people's words. You have to find out the fact by yourself.
先使用你的权利。
Because that's your right to know the fact.
不要听人家讲言说某某人是怎么样，那么你就一头栽进去。你需要求证。
Don't just take the words other people say about somebody, and you have to test it by yourself.
所以不要严肃。
Yeah, but please don't take it seriously.
Relax, huh? Open, no problem. 任何问题。
Any question? Any topic?
问问题就好像你在山里面喊，你自己在喊一样，然后你喊出去的声音，回来的声音是不是一样？或者是回来的声音是不是很深的声音回来？
To ask question is as if you are making sound or shouting in the valley. You know, in the mountain, among the mountain, when you make a sound in the valley, and then there will be echo. And so from the echo of the sound, you can check if this is your real voice.
所以问题就是像这样，你说 hey， and then you say fuck。所以你们是我的回音，我也是你们的回音。
So you are Cuckoo's echo, and Cuckoo is your echo.
I have a question about emptiness. I understand that one cannot force oneself to touch emptiness by willing so. Yet, on the other hand, if one reaches or one is contacting emptiness, then one wants to stay in it. But for me it's difficult to succeed to stay all the time. I'm not only close to it. Now I'm in a problem that I don't want to strain myself and remind myself all the time how you have to stay in contact with emptiness. And because this is forcing myself, on the other hand, I want to contact emptiness. What is your proposal, Cuckoo, about this?
他说关于空哦，他说他知道空是没有办法，你没有办法强迫自己去接触这个空。然后可是他如果说当他有这个空，他有这个空，他接触到空之后，然后好像他又会跟这个空又就本来靠进去了嘛，靠近了，然后又离开了， 这样子。然后他知道说他不能够强迫自己，然后他也不想强迫他自己，可是他又想又另外一方面他又想要接触进入这个空，然后他又不想强迫自己。那你觉得应该怎么办？
第一个，你对空这个东西还不够了解。
Firstly, you don't have total understanding of the emptiness yet.
什么是空？
What is emptiness?
其实你就是空，你就在空里。
Actually, you are already in the emptiness.
禅里面对空这个境界是一个非常深的，非常的一个简单的比喻。
In Zen, they have very simple metaphor for emptiness.
一只手怎么发出声音？
How can you make sound with one single hand?
这是禅的禅功啊。
This is a Zen Gongan.
门德问他什么是空，
One Zen monk asked, "What is emptiness?"
那师父说怎么一只手发出声音？
And the master said to him, "How can you make sound with one single hand?"
门德回答不出来，
And this Zen monk cannot answer.
看没？
And so the master waved him, "Come closer," and slap him.
这就发出声音了。
And then you make sound with one single hand.
这个意思是说，这个打一声的时候，你的头脑就好像要抓这个空，怎么抓得到？
It means that if you want to touch the emptiness, it is just like the mind. 这个头脑要怎样？
头脑想要去抓空，就好像你这个手是头脑，
When the mind tries to catch the emptiness, it is just like the hand try to catch the air.
啊，其实你就在空里，
But actually, you are already in the emptiness.
啊，因为你想要去抓，想要什么知道是空，那么你就是一直在抓，
And when you are trying to catch emptiness, and then you are doing this,
那这是你头脑的努力，
it's an effort from your mind.
啊，因为你就在空里面呼吸，
Because actually, you are already breathing in this emptiness.
所以你去知道这个头脑，那么你就在空里，你不知道这个头脑，你就是用头脑去抓空。
So if you understand the mind, then you are in this emptiness. And if you don't see through this mind, then you would try to use the mind to catch the emptiness.
师父拿一个盘子，
师父。
叫你去抓住那个落叶，
One Zen master gave one Zen monk a plate, and he said to the monk, "You stand under the tree and then use this plate to catch the falling leaves."
但是没有那么大，
But the plate is smaller than this,
像在吃饭的那个碗。
a bowl, small one for the rice.
然后落叶在掉的时候，他去抓都抓不到。
And so the monk ran here and there under the tree to catch the falling leaves, but he could not succeed.
抓了一个多月，
And then the 1 or 2 months passed by.
他踢到石头跌倒，
While he was running, he stumbled over one stone and he fell on the ground.
他说啊，算了，我不抓了。
So he gave up. He said, "Oh, I didn't want to play this."
网就放在手里，
So he put the ball, Sodia.
就躺在上，躺在地上。
He lying on the ground, but still holding the ball in his hand.
他看到落叶了下来，
And then suddenly he saw the falling leaves, the leaves falling down.
刚好掉在碗里。
And the leaves fell into his ball.
他懂了，
And then he understood.
你怎么去抓头脑？
How can you catch the mind?
你怎么去抓到空？
How can you catch the emptiness?
那就是你有所努力。
When you try to catch, it means that you are making effort.
有一个非常美的故事，
Another beautiful story.
一个门徒一样在问那个师傅什么是空。
Also, the same question from other Zen monk to 另外一个师傅吗？To other master, Zen master.
他们住在一个很高的山，
And they were living in a very high mountain.
然后师傅说 OK， 你先不要问，你问这个问题可以，那么你先到山上住下来。 很高很高很冷的地方住在里面，你在那边住，想再问清楚一下，再想一想空怎么问。
The master said
为
to
什么是
him,
空？
"It is all right for you to ask such a question, but before I can give you answer, I want you to think more clearly about your question. You have to think a way to put out your question more clearly. And to think of the clear way to ask such question, you have to stay alone in the mountain, in a cabin."
在还没有回答你这个问题，我要先问你，我们是不是在这个天空之下？
And before I answer you the question, the master said to him, "I want you to think about this question first. Are we living under this sky?"
OK， 那么你住进这个房子，
And then you move in the house.
是不是把它关起来？
你那边那个你讲等我拢个听无。
是不是把它锁在那个？
你叫他想是不是住在天空下面？
对啊，
啊，
住在这个山的高度。
你是要问天空还是山的高度？
他说你就在天空上面嘛，你先不要问空，先了解这个山有多高。
Oh, the master said to the Zen monk, "You are living under this sky and on top of this mountain, and before you raise up the question, you have to know how high is this mountain."
然后师傅就把他关在那个房间。
So the master locked him in the cabin.
1个礼拜会给他吃饭。
And they didn't give him any food.
然后师傅就问他说：“这个山有多高
And 1 week after, the master came back and asked him, "How high is the mountain?"
他说有5000公尺。
And this monk said, "It's 5,000 meters high."
然后这个师傅就走，2天又再来，就问他说：“这个山有多高
The master didn't agree, and he went away. But 2 days later, he came back
山有多高
and asked him the same question, "How high is the mountain?"
He said maybe 才6000。
And the monk said, "Maybe 6,000 meters."
这已经是最高了，因为这个山不可能那么高。
He said, I think it's at most it is 6,000 meters high."
师傅不理他，又不给他饭吃，又走。
And the master didn't agree and didn't give him food either. The master just left.
10天之后，第4天了，师傅又来。
And then on the 10th day, the master came back to him.
他很饿，
And this monk was so hungry
没有力量。
and he was very weak.
师傅问他说：“山有多高
And master asked him, "How high is the mountain?"
？”OK， 10000公尺好了，10000公尺。
And he said, "Okay, 10,000 meters, okay?"
师傅又不理他。
But the master didn't agree.
第12天，
And the 12th day,
他已经没有力量了。
he was exhausted.
师傅问他说：“有多高
"How high is the mountain?" The master asked him again.
？”OK， 我不管多高了，给我饭吃好了。
And then this monk said, "This is not of my business. Just give me food."
哎，这个你还要问空的问题，我还没有回答你空的问题啊。
And then the master asked him, "Don't you want to know the answer about the emptiness?"
他说：“你不要管，我也不要问空的，给我饭吃，给我
"This
水
is
喝。
none of my business either. Just give me rice and water."
太过分了！这个山顶多是3000公尺，我已经告诉你10公尺，
还要解释
10000公尺了。对，拜托，不要再问我这个问题。
It's too much. I just want to have food.
师傅又不理他。
But the
15
master
天，
他还是有讲啊，
你看师傅又不理他，又走了。
还是不给他东西。The master still didn't give him food.
第15天
And the 15 days,
，he no energy，就是爱。啊，师傅呢说有多高，
how high is the mountain?
他都没有力量，
He didn't have the strength to answer.
甚至已经快饿死那种状态。
Almost starving.
然后他就叫人把他抬到山下，
And so the master have the other monks to carry him down the mountain.
师傅给他一点食物，
And the master gave him some food
给他水。
and gave him some water.
师傅问他说：“山有多高？”
And then asked him the same question, how high is the mountain?
我才回答你什么叫空。
Answer me how high is the mountain first, then I will answer you what is emptiness.
他就在那个状态慢慢醒来，
醒来，
慢慢醒来，有能量开始回来，
不是醒来，他是比较有精神。
也比较精神来。
And after taking food, this Zen monk gradually feel better.
他就师傅就问他有多高，
And then the master still asked him, how high is the mountain?
他就把那个师傅打一个嘴巴。
Because the master was quite close to him. And then he didn't say anything, he just slapped the master across the face.
我就在空里，我不要管山多高了，赶快再给我食物吧。
I'm in the emptiness. I don't care about how high is the mountain. Just give me more food.
你的头脑一直想要问空是什么，
It is the mind always want to know what is emptiness.
那不是你的头脑可以讲的。
Actually, it is not what the mind can talk about.
你就在那里了。
You are already there in your emptiness.
你知道印度的乌鸦吗？
The Uya
印度的乌鸦，
in the India, there are many crows.
它很早就吵，
那不是乌鸦，乌鸦，那不是乌鸦。
那是乌鸦。
乌鸦
Crow. Yeah. Many 啊。In the morning wake up. 他们在问什么？你知道？他们讲什么话？
Oh, they make noise in the early morning. And do you know what they are talking about?
天空在哪里？
They are asking each other, where is the sky?
Yeah. 所以吵死了。
So it's very noisy.
所以注意你的头脑，你就在空里，那头脑为什么在问空？
So watch out for your mind because you are already in the emptiness. But why the mind asking about emptiness?
那就是头脑的疑问。
That is the question of the mind.
对你问这个问题的这个头脑质疑他，他一定后面一定有想要知道某个世界，其实你就在那个世界。
Because behind such question from the mind actually wants to know about some other world. But actually you are already in this world.
就是因为那个问问题说问那个空在哪里，你就看不到你就在那个完美的世界里。
And because of this question in the mind, and this question covers you up from knowing the fact that you are already in this perfect world.
那个空，你跟这个自然，你觉得啊，我就在这个空里，你领悟到这个空里，那么你就进去玩你的游戏。那你既然不认为你在空里，你就在寻找空。
If you recognize that you are already in this emptiness, then you just be there and play the game. And if you don't recognize it, and then you would start to ask and look for the emptiness.
最有名的一个故事，是一个成道的一个师父的故事，他的成道的过程。
There's one very famous story.
禅，他寻找了60年，一直在问什么是空，什么意识，什么是活的境界，什么是成道。
There's one Zen monk, before he got enlightened, he has been asking for 60 years about what is Zen, what is emptiness, what is enlightenment.
他一直在寻找这个。
He has been looking for that.
结果他到60岁他找不到。
60年，60岁。
60岁，到60岁那一年他根本找不到。
And when he was 60, he still didn't find it.
他放弃了。
And so he gave up.
他去找一家庙说，给我一个地方住好吗？
So he went to one monastery and asked the host of the monastery he want to stay there, just for living.
然后他一个人就给了荒地，那个和尚的主持就给了荒地。
So the host of the monastery gave him one small piece of land to cultivate.
没有开垦的荒地，很多的石头。
Because this land is never cultivated before, so the land was full of rock.
然后拿了锄头开垦，想要种菜，算了，不想再找什么叫公，什么叫成道，什么都不要找了。
And this man started to cultivate the land. He totally gave up the idea, the searching.
所以他就跟了种菜。
And he wanted to plant some vegetable. So he had to clear out the land.
很多石头，
And the land is full of so many stones and rocks.
他就把它丢在那个旁边的杂草里面。
So he dig out the stones and rocks and throw them away into the bushes or into the woods.
然后旁边是一个竹林，
And
很大的竹林。
right beside this small piece of land, there's a bamboo woods, and the many big bamboo woods are growing there.
他就是这样工作，
And he was there working on the land,
捡到石头就这样丢
and。he picked up the stone and throw. He was doing like that.
他非常的当下，
He was doing that totally in the moment.
他刚好点石头这样丢出去，
And then at one moment, when he threw away the stone,
石头刚好丢到竹筒，
the stone hit right in the middle of the bamboo.
里面发出来的声音是 call，
And then the bamboo make a sound like a cock.
他意会到了，
And then he got it.
他忽然只是跟那个空那个内在的回应，那个绑布的回应而已。
So he got an echo from this cock.
那个 call 回到他这里，
The cock sound echoed to his,
他知道，
and then he knew.
他开始大笑，
And then he began to laugh
开始大哭，
and cry.
然后就我知道了，只是说他知道。
And then he just said, I got it.
然后那个庙的师傅说：“你知道什么
And so the host asked him, what do you know? What did you get?？”
他说：“不知道。
Then he said, I don't know.
因为你讲不出来啊，
Because he cannot explain.
那个会合怎么讲？
How can you explain and talk about the meeting?
是知道，但是怎么讲不知道。
Yes, he got it, but he didn't know what it is.
所以他就是这样成道。
And so that monk got enlightened in that way.
但是他也追逐了60年，
But before that happened to him, he has been searching for 60 years.
但是他不是一直在问人，他是在求证。
Of course, his searching is not only through this asking through language. He was doing a lot, experiencing and going through a lot.
所有的禅和尚都要4个月跟师父对谈，然后辩论，那么8个月在外面去旅行，去经验。
The Zen monks usually they have to spend 8 months every year traveling and going around, going through a lot of things. And then the 4 months they stay in monastery and discussing and talking with their master.
而且甚至于师父的门徒互相兑换，兑换辩论。
And they even go to other Zen monastery to discuss and debate with other Zen master or other Zen monk from other monastery.
在中国的禅最有名的一个故事，有2个和尚看到一个旗在那边动，他们2个在那边辩论，他们是风使那个旗在动，他们说不是那个旗在动，2个一直在看的。
There's a very famous Zen debating. In the story, 2 Zen monks from different Zen monasteries, they were debating about, because they saw one flag flapping in the wind. And one of them said, it is the flag moving. And the other said, no, it is not the flag moving, it is the wind moving. Yeah. And they were debating.
他们就问师傅，
And then they asked the master.
师傅不知道怎么回答，到底是风动还是幡动？
And 不知道怎么回答。
呀，师傅也不知道怎么回答。
And the master didn't know how to answer it.
你说风动也不对，你说幡动也，你没有办法满足任何一个。
Because either you say the wing moving or the flag moving, it's not a satisfactory answer.
那么一个禅师刚好从那边经过，
And at that time, another Zen master just passing by,
他说也没有风动，也没有幡动，
and he said, "It's not the wind moving, it's not the flag moving either.
是你的头脑在动。
It's your mind moving."
And then you shock, it's true. 你开始解释分析的时候，是那个解释分析在动，那个动都是自然的。
Yeah. Because the moving of the wing and the moving of the flag is natural, but when the explanation started in your mind, and then your mind is really moving.
你不能看外面的东西，
什么叫你不能？
你不能只是一直看外在的东西，你还要看里面什么在动，什么在解释。
You don't only look outward, you also have to look inward to see what is moving inside.
当你说是风在动，是你的头脑先动。
When you are giving this explanation of the wind is moving, actually already here your mind is moving.
所以你们必须去注意一个非常小的细节，成为一个门徒，或者是一个修行者，你一定要注意这个细节。
So as a sannyasin or a seeker, you have to be aware of a very subtle detail.
你是先眼睛先看，
Of course, your eyes catch sight of this rose,
看了之后再回到你的头脑里面去。
and this perception sent to your mind.
然后里面你就开始思考，
And then with this perception, the mind start to think,
然后再讲出来。
and then you speak out.
花，
Flower,
玫瑰花，
rose,
红色，
red.
这是这样的状态，看进去，思考，然后再讲。所以你说你看，然后再讲，这之间就有一个这个程序你没有看到。
So it's the perception first, and then thinking start. And usually we are not aware of this process.
但是你用整体去看，它是花，
有讲吗？
呀，你整体来看，你马上了解，用整体。
But if you look with your total being, you just look and then you know.
那是只是头脑看，
If you look only with your mind,
它是真花还是假花？
and then the mind will start to analyze, is this real flower or plastic flower?
头脑就开始解释，
And the mind will start to give explanation.
或者是我喜欢白色，我不喜欢红色。
Or the mind will give preference. Oh, this color I don't like so much. I prefer white color.
或者是我不要一朵，我要很多朵。
Or the mind says, oh, I don't want to have one single flower. I want to have more flowers.
头脑就是这样一直在思考，
Our mind is used to such movement.
在寻找他要的东西。
他说：“你刚刚说你看到花，整个自己看你就知道。”他说：“你知道什么？
就是知道而已。
是知道是花吗
No，
？Just know。
just no。
可是，
然后才使用头脑讲出来。
and then you use your mind say it's a rose.
Okay, you know. So I know what.
你知道什么？当你说你用整体去看，然后你知道什么？
知道事实，单纯的东西。
You just know the fact, a simple fact.
花，
花是讲出来。
就是花。
And then and if you use your mind, you say it's a flower.
没有好，没有坏。
No good, no bad.
没有喜欢或不喜欢。
No preference.
只要你看是事实是这样，事实那么都是整体。但是你一开始解释是， 真的或是假的，或喜欢或不喜欢，都已经变成头脑了。
When you look straight and then you see only the fact, but once the mind get involved to have preference or analysis, and then this is the mind working.
所以我们第一次看都是整体。
When we look straight, the first sight, always we perceive the fact.
头脑是事后出来的。
And then afterwards, the mind get involved.
但是我们几乎都是忽略这个整体的东西，然后变成头脑的解释的东西，的这种知识的东西。
And usually we would neglect this straight looking, and our mind get involved automatically and immediately, and we focus more on this involvement of the explanation of the mind.
所以你们就在空里。
So 你们
每一个人都在空里。
everybody is in this emptiness.
每个人都在意识里。
Everybody is in its consciousness.
但是意识这个东西它是没有语言的。
But consciousness itself is beyond language.
我们把它称为它是个哑巴。
And we can call consciousness a dumb.
所以它必须使用你的嘴巴。
And so consciousness has to make use of your mouth to speak.
所以 ，OK， 再说一次，意识这个东西，我们把它称为它是哑巴。
称为它哑巴。
它是个哑巴。
Consciousness itself is mute, dumb.
Stumm. Hat keine Sprache.
呀，所以它必须使用你的嘴巴。
So consciousness has to use your mouth to speak.
它也是个聋子。
And consciousness is deaf too.
所以它必须使用你的感官。
So consciousness has to use your senses.
意识空的这个意识这个东西，它也没有头脑，没有知识，它必须使用你的知识。
And consciousness itself has no knowledge. So consciousness has to use your mind.
你的头脑只是个记忆体，知识。
And your mind is only a memory unit, keeping a lot of knowledge.
就像现在的电脑。
Just like a computer.
它是你的工具。
It's your tool.
你把什么东西都记忆在里面。
You put all the memory of data in the computer, just as you put in the mind.
然后你想跟一个朋友联络，你就开始打开电话在这里，你给他 email。
Like how you are using the email.
所以你到底是头脑是主人，还是你是主人？
So who is the real master? Your mind or you yourself?
所以你在看电脑的时候，你根本没有讲话。
So when you are 看电脑 when you are
在做电脑的时候，
when you are using your computer, you don't speak.
你就是那个意识。
At that time, you are the consciousness. You are using the computer.
但是都是这个东西在你的身体里。
And how about this computer is inside of you, body?
电力是你的呼吸。
And the electricity, your breathing is the electricity, current.
然后那个控制器也是在这个呼吸里。
And also the control, the mouth. The mouth is the breathing too.
这个警觉也在那里。
And the alertness is there too.
所以你要换 ，OK，finish， 你的警觉都在这里，控制室。
Your alertness is there, in your breathing.
决定性也在你的手里。
And also you have your decision inside of you, in your hand.
但是你都被电脑所有的东西指示控制。
But mostly you are carried away by the computer.
所以注意你们的呼吸，
So watch out for your breathing.
你就可以看到，你跟头脑就好像有个距离。
When you are aware of your breathing, then you take a distance from your mind.
但是头脑非常的狡猾，
But the mind is very tricky.
你们那个电脑非常多的记忆， 一个很小的东西一压，嘣，打开很多。
When you click and then one big picture appear on the screen of your computer.
抓，
抓。我哋啲後邊啊
Paper.
paper.
OK， 这是个人。
If this is a person,
Look, huh? Slow, huh? It's a person in the empty inside. 然后他头脑里面有很多的这样的记忆体，
and there's a lot of memory
过去，
from the past,
有很多未来，
also a lot of future.
然后里面上面也有很多的对错好坏，
And
对啊错，
and a lot of standard is sense of good and bad, right and wrong.
OK。那么今天一个小小的事情发生在前面，
And for example, today one little event happened.
比如说男女之间情感的吵架，
For example, an argument between two partners.
那么他第一个就说你这样做不对，
And then one of them say, you are wrong to do this.
你讲这种话不好，
It's not right for you to say this.
然后过去的记忆就会跑出来，
And then the memory of the past get involved.
这个头脑就加大，
And then the mind become bigger.
然后过去曾经你曾经承诺的或者是什么怎么样，你就又重犯，你过去就是这样，
And then the past memory of the promise jump out.
又加大，
And then your mind become bigger.
然后你恐惧未来再发生，
And then you talk about the fear for the future. Maybe in the future it would happen again.
又加大，
And so the mind become even bigger.
所以这个事情变成不单纯，
So a simple event become very complicated.
所以这个时候已经不是谈这个事情了，
So in the end, both partners are not talking about what is happening on the spot.
所以变成过去未来对错好坏。
Because the past memory and the future projection and the sense of good and bad, right and wrong, all jumping out.
你已经找不到事情的原因，
And you lose the track of the event actually.
然后你们又一直对过去一直在谴责，
And besides, you also condemned the past.
然后又恐惧未来怕
And
发
you
生，
fear for the future.
所以这个当下的头就很大。
And this made the mind in this moment even bigger.
Yeah. 所以你就要往下，你就要去找答案。
And then you want to look for an answer.
这个答案找不到，它就会变成副产品。
And because you cannot find any answer here, and this value of looking for an answer would produce byproduct around this big mind.
你就会像佛陀这样，
And then you become like a Buddha statue. Your head full of lump.
So is the remedy? What is the remedy in this situation?
那有什么样的那个药方呢？像这种情有什么药方
没有药方。
？No remedy. 我就很难过，我很悲伤，很伤心。
没有药方就是药方。
No remedy is the remedy.
We just have to relax and then it will pass. In a
就
way.
放松就会过去了吗？
不要先紧张，
Before you can relax, you have to tense up first.
Yeah.
One question. You are always talking about consciousness and about the mind and where are emotions? What's the part of ourselves that we are not able to influence. When you love somebody and this one doesn't love you anymore and you are so sad and all is nonsense. Where is this part?
他说你一直在谈意识，还一直在谈头脑啊。那关于情感怎么样呢？因为像这种情感这种东西，我们是毫无办法控制的。你爱上某个人，或者是你爱的人离开你，然后你就整个就被悲伤淹没了。那像是情感的东西，你怎么都没有谈。
情感是人的本性之一。
Emotion is part of human nature.
因为情感很野。
Because emotion is very wild.
而且它可以，不管任何字业，若是没有任何字业的话，你看情感它会怎么样？
Can you imagine if there is no conditioning at all for you, then what would happen to your emotion? If there is no conditioning around you, then
OK， 我们人类一生出来就是我们人类一生出来就是爱。
Human beings were born as love.
每个人类生出来就是一只活生生的蝴蝶，这样，或者是一只飞鸟，这么的自由。
Every human being is born as free as a bird or a butterfly.
然后呢，就被一些字业、文字语言一直把它束缚。
And then this free bird or butterfly would be bounded by a lot of language, words, and knowledge or conditioning.
然后把你的那个自由的本性，把你讲。
Cut away your free nature.
可以。
Yes.
不可以。
No.
对。
Right.
错。
Wrong.
这样有修养，这样没有修养。
Good manners, bad manners.
这样才会受尊重，所以不会受尊重。
Respectable or very evil.
你要这样才受注意，这样你就不受注意。
This way to be recognized, this way to be condemned.
所以他丢一个我给你。
So we are. They put one big cover of me, I, on top of us.
For you. And then 这个爱就一收。萎缩成情感。
你是讲中文讲英文？
中文呢？
这个爱。So this love begin to shrink.
就变成情感。
This love shrink into emotion.
所以谈情感的人我们是从爱退化到情感。
So actually, when we talk about emotion, we already talk about this degradation from love, because emotion is the degradation, digress from love.
情感这个东西，其实它是一个自然的本能，其实也是爱的本能。
But emotion itself still is our natural instinct.
只要是人，活生生的人，他们需要人这样的靠近。
So long as you are a living person and you need to get closer to someone else.
你看鸟，到晚上他们会密集在一起。
Just like the birds, and after sunset, the birds they would come together.
保持温暖。
To keep warm.
那我们把它记住，这样我们就想要从这个温暖去控制。
And people also get together to get warm, but then from this warmth, we try to possess each other.
或依赖。
Or depend on each other.
或互相战斗。
Or 战斗。Or fight with each other.
所以我们的情感就成为人类的退化物，情感这个东西。
So actually now our emotion become the digress of love.
因为 情感这个东西就是有不纯物，所以有称为情感；如果没有不纯物，称为爱，就这么简单。
So emotion is the love with impurity.
比如说我爱你，
For example, when you say I love you,
我爱你给我依赖，
I love you to be dependent by me.
这是情感。
This is emotion.
那我只是爱，但
If
是我
you
不想控制你，不想依赖你。
but if you just love, then in this love there's no dominance, there's no possessiveness.
我们是尊重，
There's only mutual respect,
没有任何杂质。
no impurity at all.
那么这种品质称为爱。
This quality would be called love.
那么我今天要控制你，
If I want you to put you under my control,
你是我的女人，
you are my woman,
我是你的丈夫，
you are my husband,
你不可以那样，
you should not do this,
不可以这样。
you cannot do that,
那么这是情感，
and then that is emotion,
社会的情感，
social emotion,
你头脑自我的情感。
the emotion of the ego, of the mind.
你想要呈现你自己的存在性的情感。
It's a way to show your existence.
那么在身体的情感是非常自然的，比如说性，
And physical emotion is very natural, like sexuality
或者是嫉妒
or jealousy
或愤怒，
or anger.
这个都是自然的本能，
They are natural instinct,
包括喜悦，
including joy,
包括快乐，
happiness.
这些东西都是自然的本能。
They are natural instinct.
但是我们这个社会就压抑它，不可以，
But our society repress them.
就变成社会的东西，理性的东西。
Our society want to make it rational.
所以情感都有附带品。
So there will be byproduct from emotion.
一个男人跟你说我爱你，你要问他清楚说你爱我什么？
So when the man say to you, I love you, you have to ask him why he loves you.
你是不是想要你爱干我而已，还是爱我什么？
Because I love you can be an unfinished sentence. You have to watch out what is the second part of the sentence. Maybe he just want to say, I love you to be fucked by me.
我爱你，给我控制；
Or I love you to be controlled by me.
我爱你，给我依赖；
I love you to be dependent by me.
我爱你，让我发泄；
I love you to become my garbage bin.
不能只是我爱你这个东西到底是什么？
So I love you is an unfinished sentence.
所以它称为社会的情感，
So it's a social phrase
因为你的理性介入，
because the rational mind involved.
它介入之后，它会压抑你，不可以去换很多的男人或换很多的女人。
And when the rational mind involved, and then this will become a kind of conditioning. 不可以换，
不能这样子违反社会的东西，然后做出这种只是你自己的欲望的行为。
And from this social conditioning, of course, they will put a lot of restriction on your behavior.
所以不管你换了几个人，你一样的觉得那不是你要的。
But actually, no matter how many partner you change, but still you don't find what you really want.
就那么简单。
Very simple.
OK， 我再给你一个比较清楚的回答。爱就是你。
And in other way, Cuckoo can say this in more simple way. He said, "You are love. Love is you.
每一个人都是。
Everybody is love."
当你的头脑介入去找一个伙伴，那么也很正常。
And it is natural for your mind to get involved, and in your searching for a partner, when your mind get involved, this is quite natural.
那么你介入社会的质疑说要婚姻，或者是要关系，或者是要有任何的这种 这种组合的社会符合社会的这种东西，或者是满足你头脑的标准的时候，那么都已经不是爱了，那已经变成社会体系或者你个人的欲望、你个人的这种认同体。
你刚说很自然，然后你现在说是变成社会了。
性本来性是很自然的。
你刚刚说头脑介在找寻伴侣的时候，头脑介入是很自然的。你刚刚这样讲。
不，我们头脑很自然的，但是你介入你个人的欲望跟你个人的观念跟理想和个人的这种认同的话，那么就已经不自然了。
所以重讲。So the mind is natural, but then when in your searching for a partner, when your standard or conditioning of the mind get involved, and then 变成不自然。什么变不自然？情感。
对，你的情感就
And
不
then
纯了。
your emotion become not pure.
这是什么
For example, what is this?
Wasser.
？Water 啊
Water.
，OK。现在呢 ？And now？
Mix.
啊 ，mix 有多少 mix？
他说是混合。
啊，混合有多少混合？
什么叫多少混合？
呀，里面有多少混合？
什么叫多少混合？
就什么东西混合？
Oh, what is there inside the water now? Coffee.
Kaffee.
啊，咖啡里面有牛奶，
In coffee there's milk
牛奶又有糖，
and sugar.
所以这里就用了4种了。
So now there are 4 elements.
Maybe give me beer. Okay, now. OK， 你本来就是爱，本来就是那个水。
Love is the pure water in the beginning.
Now you know 啊。你加入你的蜂蜜，
You put honey,
那是你的理想；
it's your ideal.
然后加入你的咖啡，
And then you put in your coffee,
那是你的标准；
it's your standard.
然后加上糖，
And then you put sugar,
那么你就有你的欲望在里面；
it's your desire.
那加上啤酒，
And you put beer,
那你是疯子了。
so you become crazy.
所以你现在说啊，然后你喝了，你一喝
And then you drink.
，fuck you，你认同了它，你就变成完美主义。
And because you identify with the concept, the idea, so you become a perfectionist.
你就带着这个标准，
And you carry such standard.
然后找别人来符合你。
And you look for someone to match your standard.
只要不符合你，那么你是不好的。
If this one cannot match your standard, and then this one is not good.
所以这个情感就一直在那边挣扎跟痛苦。
And your emotion keep growing in this way and keep torturing you.
那你这个问题你们从来没有去察觉，
But you are not aware of the structure of your mind.
你一察觉这个头脑的这个情感的标准跟完美主义，你又回到爱里。
Because you don't see your own standard and your own perfectionism. But when you see it, and then again you will return to your love.
所以你要质疑自己的东西。
So you have to question your own mind. You have to question what you put in your own mind.
质疑它，
Question about this.
不要认同它，
Don't identify with
不
it.
要喝它。
啊？
你不认同它的时候，它又回到空里，回到原来。
When you disidentify with it, and then again you come back to this emptiness, to the original face.
每个人都至少有跟过不同的伙伴，至少有经过2个、3个，不止吧？
Everyone here at least has gone through 2 or 3 partners or more.
只有2个或3个人请举手。
If you have ever been with only 2 or 3 partners, can you raise your hands? 2 or 3 partners. If you have ever been with only 2 or 3 partners,
In one?
not at one time, at one time, so far.
Yeah.
刚刚有个女士举手。
So what just happened? We didn't get identified anymore with this funny stuff inside. Or what? Now it's empty. When we don't get identified anymore with it, when we let it go, or no, when we let fall the identification with this old stuff, with this emotional stuff. Or what happened now when you made like this?
他说：“当你这样走过去倒掉，哈，他是什么一回事？因为他说，当你不认同他的时候，那是怎么一回事？
就是这样子。
啊？
就是倒掉了。
Yeah.
What was it? What was it?
那他是怎样？
那就是不认同。
Yeah, when you disidentify with it and then 就是倒掉
Yeah.
then you throw it out.
你看清楚，比如说，这是你，
For example, this is you.
那么这是你的伙伴
This is your partner.
，no problem。然后也许你们吵架分开了，
And because you fight, so you separate.
记忆体在这里，
The memory there. Your memory with him is there.
然后又找新的。
And then you come to some other new man.
那你不只有你跟他在一起，你还跟过去的这个男朋友在一起。
And when you come to this new partner, actually you are not alone with him. Your ex-boyfriend still inside of you.
然后他跟他又不合，
And when you fight again with this new partner,
他的记忆也在，
and the memory also, you carry the memory.
然后这个就跟到后面来，
And then
然后又跟这个在一起
and，then you come to another new partner.
然后你又带着这2个跟他在一起，
And you, with 2 ex-boyfriend together, you are with this new one.
然后你希望他符合你，
You still expect this man match your standard or your expectation.
结果你跟他在一起一打开，他比你多，
And when you are with him, you open him, then you realize he carry more than you do.
OK。所以我说，你们在生活里面跟任何伙伴的相处，千万不要把过去的东西介入在你们的生活当下里。
That's why Cuckoo said in relationship, when you are getting along together, don't let your past get involved.
让你保持当下，
Always keep yourself in the moment.
只管今天，
Only care about today.
就那么简单。
Very simple.
这样的话，你就不会带着很多的过去活在今天。
In this way, you will be free from the burden of the past.
只管今天，
Only care about today.
只管现在，
Only care about this moment.
过去的东西都是让你参考的。
The past is there in the memory, but the past is for your reference only.
就好像你电脑的记忆体，
Just like the software of the computer is for your usage.
你了解它，
You understand it
你使用你的头脑，
and you know how to use it.
那么，那就好玩了。
And then you can enjoy the game.
呀，质疑你的头脑，
So question about your mind.
它是你的仆人。
Your mind is your servant.
质疑你的语言文字，
Question about your words and language.
它是你生活去了解事实的一个桥梁而已。
It's a
工具。
bridge. It's a tool for you to understand the fact.
使用语言，但是不要信任你，相信语言。
Make use of the language, but don't believe the language.
所以情感几乎都在文字语言而已。
Because emotion is mostly the playing in language only.
所以情感就是你本来是一个爱，已经很完整了，就是那个内在的非常完整的蜂蜜。你爱就是那个完整的自然的蜂蜜。
For example, your inner love is a kind of pure honey inside of you,
你把它包装，
and then you wrap up this honey with beautiful paper,
我先用个巧克力把它包起来，
or you wrap it with a coat of chocolate,
然后又用还有很多的奶油把它包起来，
and then you cover it up with another coat of butter,
还有很漂亮的纸把它很多的模子把它盖成一个形状，
and then you use some pattern model to put it into a shape,
像一个心。
make it like a shape of the heart,
然后又包装很漂亮，
and then you wrap up with beautiful paper, maybe,
然后再插一个管子，
and then you put in one tube,
这是我的爱。
and then you say, "This is my love."
所以对情感不要完美的东西，情感是一个很美的一个跳板，又从那个情感的冲突里面，或情感的这种完美主义的这种冲突里面，或者这种打击的里面，再把这个东西，把那个包装纸，把那个外在的东西壳打开，然后回到原来的你。
So it is good and necessary process that in relationship you go through a lot of conflict and fighting, because these conflicts, fighting and troubles is a process to take away the outside wrapping of the pure love.
情感这个字在中国的这样，this 心
The word emotion in Chinese we write like this.
is heart，
The left side means heart,
这个是还没有成熟的。
and the right side means green, something green, unmature.
OK， 心像像苹果好了
If we take the heart as an apple,
，OK， 等于说还没有成熟的意思。
so emotion is apple, green apple, not mature, not ripe.
那它，然后这个又代表感官，
And the second word, 情感, emotion, we say 感. The second word refers to sensation,
feeling，
feelings.
所以加起来叫情感。
And these two words, 情感, we say emotion.
所以你人的感觉很强，就认为那是情感或者是爱。
So when a woman is very emotional or full of feeling, and they would take it as love.
虽然很敏感，直觉很强，但是她还没有成熟。
And although such a woman is very sensitive and very emotional, but actually she's not mature yet,
因为她还会变。
because she's in the process of changing.
小孩子的情感，他的直觉也会变，
小孩子啊，
就像小孩子这样，等一下又变。
it is very much like a little kid, because the kid very sensitive, but the kid keep moving, changing all the time.
所以我们把它称为是在成熟中从情感进化到爱的过程。
So emotion is a process of evolution. It's in the process of evolving to love.
OK， 那怎么去进化呢？
And how to evolve?
不要怕麻烦，
Don't be afraid of troubles.
从男女之间去经历，去感觉到自己没有成熟的地方，或者是自己完美的执着的东西。
It's necessary to go through relationship, to go through all kinds of troubles, to be aware of our own immaturity.
有冲突，然后又用尊重，那么这个东西就会一直成熟。
So with conflicts, but with respect, and then both partners can grow together in relationship.
情感是单纯的进化过程，
So emotion is the process of evolution.
但是头脑都会介入结束情感，
结束，
它会介入
介入解释。
解释那个情感。
But the mind always get involved to explain for emotion.
就会阻碍着这个情感的进化。
And then it becomes the obstacle of the evolution.
但是有那个头脑的介入跟冲突，你才可以看到这个情感是不应该是被理性介入的。
But it is also because of this involvement of the mind, so you would realize that you should not let your rational mind to put your emotion under its control.
所有的麻烦都是来自你的理性强于你的，都介入情感，冲突都是来自这里。
In all the conflicts which happen in relationship results from the involvement of the rational mind upon emotion.
这样你才代表爱我，这样才代表你对我好，这样你是好的男人，这样你才是好的女人，是这个理性的介入。
Yeah, it is always this rational mind saying, you should be like this, so you are a good lover. You should be like that, and then it means you really love me. So it's all this talking, these words, this standard and expectation of the rational mind, which become the obstacle of our emotion.
你找到完美的男人了吗？
Have you found your perfect man?
我知道很多，我可以介绍给你。
Cuckoo knows where to find perfect man.
电脑。
In the computer.
Yeah. 所以情感这个东西需要你去经验。
So you need to go through emotion.
跳进去，
Jump into it
深一点。
deeper.
为了要让你找到真正的什么情感，什么是爱，你就要从情感里面去经历。
In order to know what is love, in order to find love, then you have to go through emotion.
因为它有很大的、很顽固的东西把它包住。
Because your love is covered up by layers and layers of attachment,
冲突，
conflict, fighting,
观念不一样，
different concept.
或者一打
It's like this kind of polishing,
会打破那个外壳。
this colliding and polishing can break all the layers of the covering.
只要一裂开，你内在的爱的光会跑出来。
And through this fighting, the covering crack, and then the light of your real love will shine.
就那么简单。
So simple.
But do it 。你说很难，其实后面就是简单。
When you say it's difficult, then you have to notice that on the other side there's simplicity.
你认为这朵花是一天长成的吗？
Do you think this flower grow like this in one day?
这花有很多刺，
Many thorns.
我们把它这个刺称为自我。
If we make the metaphor of ego with these thorns on the branch,
你要给爱，然后又给自我在里面。
and this is love,
Yeah.
and you want to give love, but you also want to give ego.
呀，那人家拿恶
And then people would escape.
，and then okay, don't me no touch. Yeah, so just fucking and me more together. This fucking. One time okay. 2 time. Me change. 既然要知道什么叫爱，什么叫情感，你就要敢去让它刺的。
But if you really want to go into this love, and then you have to be, you have to 被它刺到
Yeah.
You should be courageous enough to get a sting.
And then you know. Next time you know this, and this, and later change. Oh, this. Oh, okay. It's true 啊，你必须要去经验，不要只是 you take here. Okay, me no touch. One night, okay. Maybe one time, maybe 1 hour. 所以每一个人都把自己的身体内在的爱的东西，这个刺是太小，还有很粗的、很多的，
这已经处理过了。
这已经处理过了。
Yeah, this song is not much because already taken away a lot. So
其实自我只是刺伤而已的，不会死的。
but ego cannot do more harm to you than this hurting. Ego can only hurt you. Ego cannot kill you.
只会痛一点。
You feel hurt.
但是不会杀了你。
But you won't be killed.
但是你自己的自我都是没有察觉，你自己的自我会杀了你自己。
But if you are not aware of your own ego can kill you.
比如说你很认同你的自我，
For example, you identify very much with your own ego.
那么那个针会越来越大，不会开花。
And then the thorn become bigger and bigger, and the flower doesn't bloom.
所以你把的能量都给你的自我，
If you give all your energy to your ego,
所以就没有花了。
and then the flower gets stuck.
所以也接受你的自我，
So accept your ego.
不要谴责你的自我，
Don't condemn your ego,
认识你的自我。
but see through your ego.
因为自我是在你还没有成长之前的一种保护，
Because ego is a protection for you before you are mature,
保护别人不去乱宰你。
to defend yourself from others' invasion,
伤害你，
from others' harm.
然后你就会慢慢长大，
Under such protection of your ego, you grow up gradually,
你就会看你的花。
and then you go into your blooming.
所以你不要把你的能量浪费在这个刺里面长大。
So don't waste your energy in growing your thorns.
You. Okay?
Cuckoo.
Hmm?
I would like to explain something which happened to me after I have been there. I'm always asking, I want to be authentic or something. It's always what asking me, oh, I would like to be authentic. And then I was seeing on the
Authentic.
Authentic, be real.
Yes.
real, yeah,
Yeah.
real. And then I was seeing something on the television that they were describing young Nazi people who were purchasing somebody on the black man on the street and killing him or something. And sure, on the first reaction, I said, "Oh my God, it's terrible," and ooh, and ah. And then, on the night, maybe 1 hour later, I was looking into myself, and I was seeing this part too in me. It's not the part. I was seeing in me that there were something in me who was saying, and it's terrible maybe to say, but I have to, because it's what happened to me. There were a very hard part in me who was also capable of crime, who was also a murderer. That's not that I could say, oh, only this, but I could see my potentiality also to be very hard. And then I didn't know who I am anymore. That this personality, that people say, oh, this is Brahmanjali or whatever. I said, wow, who I am, I was lost. I didn't know who I am. And then I thought, my God, if I go more, I will not know anything at all. Do I am a murderer, or I am the nice woman that people say? Who I am? And I thought I got mad. This identity doesn't exist. And I feel trembling because I didn't know who I am anymore. And then I slept, and then the old was still there. But I would like Cuckoo say, okay, if he knows this, if he can say something about this.
他说